Chance for Tottenham. Son. Bergvall. What a save. Madison. Madison scores.
Wow.
The flag stays down. James Maddison scores.
Do celebration.
He was directing it at you.
What were you saying? You see that? He gave me one of those. I love that. That is literally a Roy Keane.
Oh, God, Madders on the badge.
Abby Summers, how are you feeling? Spurs 1, United 0. Madison's fit. Madison scores.
Absolutely love it.
Did
you love it?
Yeah, do you know what I love about James Maddison as well?
Tell me what you love about him now.
After the game, he's not going to shy away from it.
He won't.
He will address it. They'll be like, was that directed to anyone in particular? And he will address it. Fair play to him, he scored.
I'll talk you through the goal. Bentancur does really well. Quick feed, gets the ball out to the right-hand side. Ball comes into the back post. Son does well to get the ball back across goal. Bergvall gets his shot away. Scott, is it any blame there? As Onana makes the save from the Bergvall shot, he pushes it straight into the path of Madison.
How's his positioning? I think
poor keeping, bad keeping.
You maybe got to hold it or at least kind of push it around the post. Trouble is, he's kind of on the one side, isn't he? So
straight back into him.
I don't know if I'm being harsh there.
I think maybe that one, of all the mistakes he's made, maybe that's not the one to throw the bucket in for.
Abby, as we were literally talking about James Maddison, he then goes and gives it one of those. He then does the darts and then he shushes the camera. Now, do you know what? Listen, I actually really like James Maddison. One thing I would say, though...
Don't have a go at that.
Listen, I like Maddison as a player, and I do like players that show confidence and aura, but if you're going to start shushing people into cameras, you've got to be absolutely certain.
Why? He said, I'm coming back. Roy Keane has called him out and said, Maddison makes no difference. He scored in the first 15 minutes of the game. He's saying, I'm back.
I've got no issue. I like it.
I love that.
I like it.
I'm going to just say my bit here. Listen, okay. I absolutely love Maddison as a player, but it's the kind of thing where if you're going to give it one of those ones, like don't be awful all season and then do it, because now there's going to be more people on you. People are going to be talking about that celebration. And the thing is, listen, I want to see Maddison back to his best. I want to see him firing. Do you not think, Quaker, it's just one of those where, like, maybe do it when you're in the Europa League or something,
Well, the thing is, when you score, you have the right to do whatever you want. So fair play to him. He's allowed to do it. He just has to deal with the consequences of it. And when I talked about James Maddison being likeable, being not likeable, that's the kind of thing. But he's allowed to do that, and he's allowed to deal with the consequences. But best believe you're going to be asked about it after the game. And best believe
it just adds a little bit of needle, a little bit of extra. Abby, what are your thoughts on it?
I absolutely love it. I don't mind. I mean, to be honest with you, there has been games where he has disappeared, and there has been those moments. But if this is what gets you going, it means you're going to step up for the rest of the season and take us out of this mid-table battle and finish 8th, then I'm absolutely fine with it.
But the thing about Manchester United that they've shown us over the last 2 or 3 years, great cup team.
Great cup team.
Good cup team. Won the League Cup and got to the FA Cup final under Ten Hag in his first season. Won the FA Cup in Ten Hag's second season.
Unbeaten in the Europa League this season, by the way.
Like Man United are a very good cup team. There's no reason why you can't go deep or win one of these cup competitions. And I don't know if that's good or bad for Manchester United. Obviously, Europa League is very good. But if Man United were to win the FA Cup again, is that not just papering over the cracks?
Yeah, I think the FA Cup is. I think you can maybe paper over the cracks in a sense. Look, if you win the Europa League, I think that it's a get-out-of-jail card, in a sense, because you qualify for the Champions League. We spoke a lot about United's financial difficulties and things like that.
Yeah.
If they get into the Champions League by winning the Europa League, that will alleviate a lot of the problems and give them a lot more wiggle room in the market. But, he's come into a tough situation. I don't think it's right to judge Amorim this season, really.
No, I think you've got to let him get to the summer and be able to shift the play he doesn't fancy, which clearly is probably half the bloody team. And be able to get in his own players. I think that's the absolute bare minimum, isn't it? I think that's got to be fair. How funny was it when Quake put on that joke she ran? It just went silent for 3 seconds.
Yeah. Honestly, he's just like...
Sorry, I don't know why that happened.
Do you guys hate me or something? We
haven't recovered from the Sancho incident.
Oh, Sancho ran,
Just would like to point out, apparently the broadcaster has
Here we go.
Has just been harping on about United's bench and how it's full of teenagers and
stuff.
Who's
that, Gary Neville?
Just interesting, because no one's really been saying that about Spurs.
Oh, come on.
They have done, Abby. They have done.
Where's the outrage when we couldn't even fill the bench? Where's the outrage? Where's the outrage?
No, everyone talks about Spurs. Oh, you talk about Spurs injuries a lot.
You do as well.
Yeah, I do actually.
Against us, says it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't
matter.
No, I think it's fair to say your injury list has been highlighted over the past couple of months.
I just don't think it's been highlighted enough.
And just talked about it in every press conference I think he's had.
Losers, man. Just like, get on with it.
Losers.
Get on with it.
Losers.
Like, you're winning this game. Just take pride in the fact that you're beating Manchester United.
I kind of remember you had a lot of injuries last season as well, and you put that down to why you were so poor up until the last 6 games of last season when you started to get players back. Just reminding you of that as well.
A lot of injuries, and we finished 6th.
In the end,
you are currently 15th.
Right now,
actually
it's where
14.
we finish.
You and me are not the same.
It's where we will finish.
Look at me, Abby. Look at me.
I can see you.
Me and you are not the same.
We're not the same.
We're not
now.
the same.
No.
We're not the same. Standards for us right now, like I said, we're spiraling. Oh my goodness, terrible season. We're 6th. You want to keep a manager who's currently 15th.
Yes, I do, because I believe in him. And
Wait,
all of
I want to put you on the lie detector and see if you actually believe that.
I actually do. I genuinely, I've never wavered from that. I am Ange, and I will ride out for Ange until the end.
Like your manager, you're a liar. We sat here, you were 3-0 down against Everton. And
I said he will have to go.
At half-time, you were like, he should go.
Yeah, but I also said I don't want him to go. I don't want him to go. You will never, ever find a clip. Go and look at whatever I've said in the last 2 years.
There's only 750 Abby Summers Tottenham clips up on YouTube at the moment.
Wade yourself through it and find the receipts if you want it that badly. But you'll never find it where I have actually said I want him to go. The Everton one, I said, well, yeah, I mean, if you lose 3-0 at Everton, he will go. But ended up being 3-2, and alas, here he is. So yeah.
So I'm just searching the clip on YouTube.
You will never find me saying I want him to go.
Man, you're acting as if that Everton second half was like the Mark Robbins moment at Manchester United, which turned it around for Sir Alex Ferguson. They went on to build a dynasty. Scoring 2 second half goals against Everton is not going to change.
It kept him in a job.
It kept him in a job, but I think to your detriment. That it kept him in a job.
Well, then we'll see, won't we?
All right. In Abby's defence, after the game, it is Ange will go. Abby Summers believes Ange Postecoglou will be sacked as Spurs manager. So
at some point,
will be sacked.
I've never ever said that I want him to go.
Didn't specify the exact time frame either.
Exactly. You'll never find it.
I mean, it's factual that he will leave his job
one
day.
God, Saki Scott's all right, doesn't he? Here we go. Scott, do you want to see him make a change here, or do you just think that he's got a bunch of kids on the bench? It's a hard situation to get them into a game away at Tottenham. I mean, you mentioned
I would make one personally.
Who?
Maybe 1 or 2. I'd like to see Chudo Obi potentially, and I'd like to see Sekou Kone as well, just for a little bit of a look. United are losing this game at the moment, and Højlund has had his opportunities. No other free kickers coming there. Garnacho going on the outside.
Excellent defending from Porro to stop the Garnacho cross. Rebound gets into Xerxes. Miss hits the shot.
Do you know what's really interesting?
Something's happening in this game, Quaker, at the end. I feel it.
Has to. It's not going to end 1-0, Man United versus Spurs. Surely not. But when you look at Amorim, and obviously he spoke to Liverpool when Liverpool were looking for a manager, and one of the main talking points was his maybe immaturity and understanding of this league in terms of he's very philosophy driven and his way or the highway. And with Liverpool's personnel, they said this is not going to work with your back three system. And I feel like he is willing to be flexible to an extent. But I feel like when you're a manager in this country, there is also an element of respecting the league that you're coming to manage in. And I think sometimes he's so stubborn in the way he's thinking. Any manager makes a substitute after 70 minutes in the game.
He's got a bunch of kids on the bench, Quaku.
I know, but come on.
He's only got Victor Lindelof, who's over the age of 19.
But to be fair, in this Quaku, I'm sure he doesn't want to not make any stuff. He's literally got a bunch of kids on the bench today. So if you're telling me that any of those lads are better options, maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe I'm sorry, I haven't seen much of these kids. Maybe they're better than Højlund and Xerxes, but I think this afternoon he's in a pretty tricky situation.
So you just don't make subs.
Chance! Oh, it's Jed Spence again. Another brilliant block, Ravi. And Jed Spence, Abby, has been absolutely outstanding today.
Unbelievable. What a man. What a man. He's been like this pretty much every game, by the way. Even when we've been losing, he's by far been our best player for the last him and Archie Gray and Bergvall, best 3 players for the last 3 months.
Quaku, just going back maybe to a bit more of a broader point in Amorim before today. Do you think, because a lot has been made as Tell carries the ball forward here. Tell, he cuts in. Can he get a shot where you tried to play the ball to
This game has been so bad.
No quality.
Do you think it's fine, Quaku, that Amorim comes in, he's got this clear system, he says, I'm going to stick with it? Or do you think, no, you've got to be adaptable in certain situations with the group of players that you've got?
I think there has to be a level of flexibility when you are Manchester United. Of course, I've been Mr. Philosophy on this show, right? And I said that you've got to stick by it. But you're Man United and you're sitting in the bottom half of the table. I just feel like there's been some, maybe it's less tactical with Amorim that I've just not been impressed with. Some of the comments, some of the feedback, just it seems a little bit off with Amorim, but he's very steadfast in the way that he wants to play football. He's probably been given guarantees that this season doesn't matter in terms of the way he finished in the league, so he's going to do it his way. It's his way or the highway. I just think that there's some games where he can make changes or make decisions that, for example, we talked about it before, playing Kobbie Mainoo up top. Who does that help? Who does that serve? Doesn't serve anybody. And he's just been a bit unconventional. Oh, we need a left wing back. We need a left wing back.
Casemiro.
You buy a left wing back and you're playing right wing back in your first game. There's a few things that he's done that just don't really make sense. But let's see how he gets on in the last 5 minutes of this game. I want to see a substitution though. You can't go through 90 minutes in the game that you're losing and don't make a sub.
Well, Sam Ellard, who's tweeted, all the United subs have come back on the bench and they've got their kit on. The referee blows the full-time whistle.
Oh.
Breaking news: Tottenham win a game of football.
Cheeto didn't even touch the ball.
An interesting week for Tottenham. No midweek games. Players fit. There were protests today, and you've beaten Manchester United. James Maddison, one of the players fit again, wins it for Tottenham Hotspur. Abby, just sum up your emotions. It's been a different week, hasn't it? No games, the protests today. This feels like it could be a big win in the season for Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be a turning point. Finally got some players back. Finally won a game at home. I think that run stretched the last 7 games in the league. That's the whole way back to November. We hadn't won at home in the league. That is a huge win, and it's been a horrible game. It's been really low quality. Apart from that man there, Jed Spence, I've not been impressed one bit, but got the job done. Happy days. United haven't beat us in how many games is it now?
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, conceded 8 this season alone to Spurs. Terrible.
Scott, yeah, not that you need me to tell you this, but I will just confirm Manchester United, and I'm talking the Manchester United, after 25 games the Premier League season, are 15th.
Ooh.
Now, we know Amorim's come in and he's inherited an absolute mess. Is there any part of you, though, that is thinking, I'm sorry, mate, you inherited a team that are 13th and you've somehow taken them lower than 13th?
He gets a pass for this season, but the 3 minutes thing for Cheeto Obi
is nonsense.
Is nonsense. It actually is. I think I don't see the point. If you're gonna bring him on for 3 minutes, why bother at all? With the performance that Højlund, I think, put in, especially, putting him on for 15 minutes or so and giving him a chance to touch the ball.
That's like his debut, and his debu's coming on for what, like a couple of minutes against
3
Spurs?
minutes.
3 minutes. Get one bang on the full 90 minutes.
Look, the fact of the matter is, right, Ruben Amorim and United they're losing a lot of games in the Premier League, and it's not going well for them, obviously. But they've got a run of games coming up now where if they start losing these games to the likes of Everton, to the likes of Ipswich, to the likes of Leicester City over the next few weeks, that big R word is going to become a hell of a lot more relevant.
What, relegation?
Yeah, they're 12 points off it. They're 12 points off it, but they need to start winning games.
Do you think Man United could get relegated this season?
I don't think they will. No, I don't think they will. But
you are.
They are 12 points above the drop zone. At the moment. And I can't. If anything, the confidence in me saying that they're not going to go down is the fact that I don't think Ipswich and Leicester can potentially catch them.
You're not going to go. You're not going to.
They won't go down. They won't go down. But probably the fact that even me talking about it now is going to mean that this is going to be plunged into relevance. But that it's going to, that question is going to come up a hell of a lot more.
Oh, Jamie's got his clip there. Jamie's got his YouTube title there.
Abby, Ange Postecoglou is walking around. He's clapping the Tottenham fans. I'm happy for Ange. I know we don't need to go through the injury crisis again, but this is it's been a hard period for Tottenham. And you've got another week now where you've got no midweek game. Mm-hmm. You have another week where players will be able to rest and recover. And then, maybe when the Europa League comes back, your Van der Ven, your Romero's a fit. You've almost got to look at this now as a kind of a mid-season reset, almost, if you like.
Absolutely. Let's see how we get on and give him the opportunity when he gets everyone back to go again. Before everyone started to get injured, Spurs were 6th, I think 3 points off of 3rd, actually. So let's see how we go. I know we do lose games even when everyone was fit. Quaku's laughing. I don't care.
No, sorry. I was just laughing at Salah went to give his shirt to a fan, and the fan was like, he didn't
Did he
want
went, no?
Really? I thought it was strange that he gave it to a fan in the home end.
And the fan was just looking at it like, cheers.
Cheers, have it back.
But he gave a shirt to a fan in the home end. I thought it was weird. Only to a United fan. It seemed weird.
Yeah, that would be weird. Yeah, anyway, take it as a good thing right now. You know, things, hopefully, luck is turning in our favour. Get those players back. I'm even so happy. I'll happily buy you all a drink after this because I'm so happy.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.